What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michael and it's my job to help you catch the next wave before it catches you. In the last video, we saw how you can leverage the Generation Ecstasy Uber trend to create new innovations. But what is innovation, you ask? Walk around any industry trade shows these days and you'll see a host of marketers touting their latest innovation or innovative solution. But is it really innovation? At technology gatherings, you're likely to hear something like this.
Our innovative end-to-end solution lets you strategize 24/7 platforms that drive user-centric deliverables, embracing compelling portals while branding magnetic experiences.
Or something like this. Our Acme pivoting widget seamlessly actualizes cross-platform web services and collaboratively implements an on-demand metrics which helps you rapidly transition parallel human capital. Have you heard enough BS? No, it's not innovation or innovative in most instances. It's fake news, as the current saying goes. So first we need to define what innovation is. I know you're starting to worry that this is going to be some boring and humdrum video, but sometimes we just need to get down and nerdy. The 2018 Oslo Manual, which is published by the OECD, defines innovation as follows. Now stick with me here. An innovation is a new or improved product or process or a combination thereof that differs significantly from the unit's previous products or processes and that has been made available to potential users, product, or brought into use by the unit process. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell is a unit? The OECD wanted to keep things flexible. A unit is a small company, large organization, or just you working at home in your pajamas. Based on this simple definition of products that differ significantly from previous products, most so-called innovations fail. A perfect example of marketing hype is the Dyson vacuum cleaner company. As you can read from this website, in 1978, James Dyson became frustrated with his vacuum cleaner's diminishing performance. He set to work. 5 years and 5,127 prototypes later, he had invented the world's first bagless vacuum cleaner. That would be 1983. But as this Inc. article tells us, it took Dyson 15 years, not 5, to make his first bagless vacuum cleaner. That would be 1993. Even if Dyson was successful in 1983, you should know that Japan's Hitachi introduced the stowaway bagless cleaner in 1982. Search YouTube and you will see several videos of this vacuum cleaner in action. So Dyson fails one key measure of innovation. One innovation that rocked everyone's world is the mobile phone. As I recounted in the previous video, in 1973, Motorola demonstrated the world's first cellular phone in New York City, which was released in 1983 as the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. Let's stick with innovative phones for a moment. When Apple launched the iPhone in 2007, it was not the first smartphone. It was not even the first touchscreen phone. But Apple was the first company to combine a phone with a full-blown handheld computer that could browse the web. Steve Jobs' introduction of the iPhone says it all.
3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it?
Did you get it? Did you? The iPhone transformed the mobile phone industry. Its unique combination of a large glass touchscreen that dispensed with the stylus while introducing the concept of swiping reshaped a generation. What would you do on Tinder if you couldn't swipe right on the object of your desire? That would kill all your situationships, wouldn't it? Smirk, smirk, smirk. There are many parallels to Dyson in Procter & Gamble's development of the Swiffer sweeper. The company spent vast sums of money to conclude that people were cleaning their mops as much as they were cleaning their floors. In 1990, Joy Manganiello came to the same conclusion, that there had to be a better way to mop without getting your hands wet and dirty, for a lot less money. But like Dyson, P&G was able to dedicate a lot of resources to help reinvent the wet mop market. Because like the Gillette razor, a company it also now owns, Procter & Gamble knows you will spend a lot more money on wet refills than on the Swiffer sweeper itself. One of the best ways to measure the impact of new innovation is to gauge its ability to disrupt the market. Uber raised the neck hairs of many a taxi driver and their unions who actively fought the company by getting local governments to block the company from operating in their markets. One of the best case studies of disruption detailed in my book, Uber Trends, How Trends and Innovation Are Transforming Our Future, is the invention of the milk carton. In 1915, John Van Wormer received a patent for a new paper container called the Pure Pak Gable Top Carton. Van Wormer struggled many years to get milk dairies to adopt his innovation, but he was stymied repeatedly by dairy producers who were so hostile to carton containers because they had invested a lot of money in glass bottles that they got local health authorities to ban them. Now that, my YouTube friends, is disruption. Unable to make milk cartons in quantity, he ended up selling his patents and trademark in 1928 to the American Paper Bottle Company. That company also struggled for the next few years and sold its rights to Detroit-based Excello, which succeeded in getting the Borden Company to use its containers. By the 1950s, milk cartons were everywhere. When the iPhone was introduced, BlackBerry co-CEO Jim Basile reportedly uttered these famous last words the next day. "It's okay, we'll be fine." His reaction reminds me of this funny Canadian meme that did the rounds a few years back about the cost of gasoline or petrol to you Brits. Regular, LOL, plus OMG. And I'll let you read Supreme for yourself. Innovation is at the top of everyone's agenda these days. Yet despite its modern age popularity, the term innovate dates back to 1548, believe it or not, when it first appeared in print. It is derived from the Latin noun innovatus, meaning renewal or change, and that is the past participle of innovare, which means to renew, restore. To give you an idea of how hot innovation is today, in 2010, the New York Times reported that a search of LinkedIn revealed that more than 700 people listed their current job title as Chief Innovation Officer. Today, there are more than 5,700 people on LinkedIn with Chief Innovation Officer in their title, a 714% increase in just 9 years. But I'm sure you will agree that we have not seen a commensurate increase in innovation in these past 9 years. As the Wall Street Journal wrote in a 2012 article entitled, "You Call That Innovation?" Businesses throw around the term to show they're on the cutting edge of everything from technology and medicine to snacks and cosmetics. Companies are touting chief innovation officers, innovation teams, innovation strategies, and even innovation days. But that doesn't mean the companies are actually doing any innovating. As I wrote in my book, Uber Trends, innovation is like teenage sex. Everyone is talking about it, but few are doing it. Many organizations, particularly larger enterprises, suffer from hardened arteries. They need a giant enema to allow innovation to flow out freely. Ooh. That explains why far more disruptive innovations come from startups who don't have to worry about endangering existing revenue streams, which tends to hold back mature organizations. But even startups are not immune from disruption, as this graveyard of major brands shows. In my book, I list 14 classic innovation case studies, including Airbnb, Amazon, Apple, Domino's, Lululemon, Nest, Spanx, Square, Starbucks, T-Mobile, Tesla, and Uber. All of these companies have introduced breakthrough innovations that have redefined their respective industries. There are, of course, varying degrees of innovation that can be broken down into three main categories. The following classifications are good starting points for organizations looking to create or expand their innovation strategies. The most basic type of innovation is called efficiency or incremental innovation. Efficiency innovations seek to produce the same product more cheaply or efficiently and are the most popular types of innovation. It involves small upgrades or enhancements to existing products, services, processes, or methods over time in order to maintain or improve a competitive position. Think industrial robots that help automakers build cars more efficiently. A more ambitious type of innovation is dubbed either sustaining or orthogonal innovation. What is orthogonal? Glad you asked. Orthogonal refers to inventions that don't create new technology but use existing tools, products, and services to create something distinctly new. Some of you may remember those ads in the 1990s that Apple ran with the headline, "Think Different." Thinking different is orthogonal thinking. Sustaining or orthogonal innovation turns good products into better ones. The iPod is an orthogonal innovation because Apple didn't invent the portable MP3 player. It was beaten to the market in 1997 by South Korea's Seihan Information Systems. The iPod, however, quickly dominated the market despite being a latecomer because it introduced an innovative click wheel interface, an easy way to buy music from the iTunes store, plus an amazing, at the time, 5 GB capacity. The Toyota Prius's hybrid engine design is another excellent example of orthogonal or sustaining innovation. The final type of innovation is disruptive or breakthrough innovation. Disruptive innovations are those rare inventions that change the way the world works, including the automobile, television, cellular telephones, the personal computer, VCR, the compact disc, desktop publishing, digital photography, e-commerce, TiVo, OpenTable, Netflix, the iPhone, Airbnb, and Uber. These innovations roiled industries and competitors in their respective spaces, rendering a host of tools, formats, services, and media, ranging from horse and buggies to records to typesetters to BlackBerries, obsolete. Disruptive innovations distinguish themselves as much for the market impact created by a new product or service, as well as for the originality of the entry itself. Because disruptive innovations create entirely new industries, many companies and startups are enamored with the idea of developing a disruptive innovation. Creating disruptive innovations, however, is very difficult to do, which is why most innovation initiatives focus on the more mundane, incremental, and orthogonal innovations. A perfect example of a think different innovation is the inverted umbrella. Orthogonal thinking led to an innovative umbrella that closes in the opposite way. This unintuitive design results in an umbrella that avoids the wet umbrella syndrome, where the exterior touches everything around you and sometimes even yourself, getting everything wet. Another innovation, a handle that is wind or drop proof, which allows you to text without having to worry that your umbrella will blow away. Oh, designed for multitasking. Watch my time compression video to see why these types of designs are genius. In future videos, I will review many companies and products and services that are innovative and even delve deeper into the greatest innovation case study of all, Apple, to give you a better grasp of the intricacies of innovation. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in my next video, please subscribe below and hit the bell to be notified of news videos. I am very happy to address questions in the comments. I hope you people have a great day, a great week, and a great year. See you in the next video. Bye, innovators.